Heat 10 of round 2 now on deck and ready to unfold for you. Wiggolly Dantas from Brazil takes on Stuart Kennedy. Here an Australian, of course, for our surfers. And Stuart Kennedy gets going. Beautiful zap there on the turn. East Coast wrap on them. They come straight in and they dump hard. And that allows surfers with a big rail work like Wiggolly Dantas to get going. And that is what he does here for a one maneuver contribution to start. Wiggolly Dantas, of course, as we mentioned, 13th on the Jeep leaderboard. Let's have a look at the replay here so far, Pete.
This kid, super tall, through that back end, but looks like we got conditions smoothing out slightly as we watch Stu Kennedy up and right.
Well, big wave as well, and he goes right over that. Beautiful ramp. Momentum carries him.
Miggy, that was a tough heat, a lot of tries and errors, you know, and we know you got that. But at what point did you decide, hey, I got to get to the face and do some maneuvers to get those scores?
No, there's waves everywhere. Everyone can get scores, and luckily I made it.
Well, you got through there, and you got through there on some equipment aboard, you know, the Dad built. So it looks like Dad's blades are working for you.
Over here in Rio already, so I'm pretty stoked. Hope I can make a few more heats.
The crowd's stoked for you. The people are stoked for you. Do you thrive on that energy because you got a lot of fans here on the beach?
It's so hard, you know, like I felt so much pressure, like to perform well in front of the home crowd. And
well, let's take a look at the replay here. Again, a little shorter equipment, able to tightly arc those turns. Gets 3 quickly in succession from Stuart Kennedy, and then behind him, the lanky, tall, straight up vertical approach of Wiggolly Dantas. 2 in a row, and I love how he just arcs that turn and throws spray everywhere and then finishes up cleanly.
For the qualifying series event, made the finals there, and he was paying his own way. He'd painted some houses that year as well, and well, now he's plying his trade. He's painting on the lip of this one, and Stu Kennedy.
And you recall, he was riding, you know, untraditional type of equipment throughout a lot of that. See the technique here. He gets that board up above the hips, and then was able to get straight back up.
A couple of slots opened up on the championship tour, and then he gets called up for these opportunities. And let's have a look at opportunities, because Kennedy, again, he is very crisp on the back end, and as I say that, he'll just dig a rail for a 5th ride in this heat. It'll be a little throwaway score of the ladder, so to speak, of the establishment of surfing. And now Wiggolly Dantas on a replay back at the main site. Yes, we did use groomery for our first 2 days of competition, and now Wiggolly Dantas will get slashing. He's playing his strengths here, and a little click and a flare of the fins for an incomplete bucking snapper. And we did find a quarterfinals against Matty Wilkinson. Went down. What are you thinking of this one? Just squeaked that score for the win. Now having a look at Wiggolly Dantas, who's going to be trying to do his own squeaking here. He'll come around that section. He's got a real little angled corner on it.
As we watch the replay here, Stuart Kennedy on the backhand, little slower paced wave. He realizes that and gets out of it, and then behind him, Wiggolly Dantas. Nice slam, but didn't quite have the open face that he would have liked.
That is the priority. So you'll see both surfers very close to each other. Decides, nope, I'm going to let Wiggolly go on this one. And Dantas will use the forehand. And it'll be a tough landing for him. We're now down to the 30-second mark. He is now has to unlock something. And Kennedy decides, yes, this is mine. That's what that P is for. And here he goes down the line. Technically a blocking tactic, didn't manage to improve a score, but it's now opened up because they do come in 2s here in Barra to the Juka. And Wiggolly trying to use one of his weaker aspects of his surfing, the forehand, smaller wave there. That is going to bring the results into crystal clarity for Stu Kennedy. He's going to survive round 2 here.